When it comes to VGC and you think of the Porygon line, you think of Porygon-Z. With Eviolite, it is a very bulky Pokemon that plays phenomenally on Trick Room teams. But today, we want to focus on its evolution, Porygon-Z. Porygon-Z is an incredibly powerful special attacker with the same base special attack as Flutter Mane. Pair this with its Adaptability ability that makes its stab do ×2 damage rather than 1.5, and you can start blowing Pokemon away very quickly. On today's team, made by Mr. Kurtastic in the Discord, that is exactly what we are doing. This is a 2-2-2 team with Pound Knight combo, Chi-Yu, Flutter Mane, and then Porygon-Z and Clefairy, but with the bonus of Porygon-Z pairing nicely with Chi-Yu to allow Porygon-Z to hit harder, and Porygon-Z pairing with Flutter Mane that can slow things down with Icy Wind to allow Porygon to outspeed. So in game 1, I see that I'm up against a very particular team. It has both options of speed control in the form of Psychic Terrain to prevent priority attacks, so Dragonite and Chien-Pao doesn't make a lot of sense, but there is also the Tailwind option with Tornadus, and that is a bit scary. So I decide I'm going to lead my Flutter Mane Chi-Yu. This is going to allow me to just kind of set the Icy Wind and start doing a lot of damage with Chi-Yu. And I think that's probably our best course of action for this particular battle. And in the back, I'm going to bring Porygon-Z with Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao to give me options as far as Sucker Punch or removing Psychic Terrain if necessary with Ice Spinner. And then Porygon to just blow stuff away. See what they got. See what they bring. Flutter Mane, Ogerpon. Alright. So it's not looking like they're booster anything, which is nice. Which makes me want to go for the Icy Wind and just go for a hard Dark Pulse into the Ogerpon. Because the Ogerpon's a pretty big threat. It can KO both my Pokemon. It looks like they're going for the Terastallization. Onto the Ogerpon. Makes sense. Man, my RNG is no bueno. That is not good. Speed drop on the Ogerpon. Deagling will connect. Oh, and it doesn't quite take the KO, but they do get the flinch, which is beautiful. Alright, so from there, I think I have to go for another Icy Wind, unfortunately. And we Dark Pulse into the Flutter Mane now. Ogerpon's actually going to swap, which is perfect for us. I'm not entirely sure why they're making that call. Okay. So Indeedee comes out. We go for another Icy Wind. That's going to slow the Flutter Mane down, allowing our Chi-Yu to outspeed. Dark Pulse goes off. They didn't Terastallize that Pokemon. Do they get the flinch? Oh my gosh, we flinch everything. Alright, we go for another Icy Wind. And we click Dark Pulse. We flinch everything. This will take the KO on the Indeedee as well, which is massive. Down goes the Flutter. Down goes the Indeedee. And what are their last two Pokemon? Others, we know they have the Ogerpon. We know they have Ogerpon. Ogerpon and what? Chi-Yu. I mean, we Icy Wind for sure. and we Dark Pulse the Ogerpon. They could go for Spiky. They do go for Spiky, but honestly, what we need more than anything is to just get this Icy Wind off onto the Chi-Yu, make it slower. There's the Heat Wave. Chi-Yu survives. And they've already terrestrialized, so we don't have to be too worried about that Chi-Yu. So in comes our Porygon. Now one thing I do need to look at, I need to look at speed tiers. 156, 152. So we do just straight outspeed with our Porygon. Okay. So I think that means I click Tera Blast in case they go for any sort of shenanigans. I click the Tera Blast if they go for the... They outspeed my Chi-Yu. They outspeed everything. Okay. Things just got more complicated. Wait, what? Is that Choice Scarf? Chi-Yu? What in the world? So we Sacred Sword the Chi-Yu all day. If they follow me, so be it. If they follow me, so be it. Because we have our Sash intact. We just need to not catch a burn. We just need to not catch a burn. Nope. Cool. They go for the Ivy Cudgel. Weirdness disappears. Which means we just click Sucker Punch until the end of the game. There's the Spiky. Sucker Punch obviously going to fail. And now we click Sacred Sword. We have to click Sacred Sword because they can just follow me and stall out my turns of Sucker Punch. So we click Sacred Sword to cover the option. They could hit the shenanigans and hit a double Spiky, but the odds are so low that it's worth going for the gamble. GG, that was a tough one. This team's very squishy. Very, very squishy. In Game 2, we have another particular team. There are two fake outsiders in the form of Hitmontop and Rillaboom, so I do need to be cautious of that. And then there is a lot of priority on their team with Grassy Glide and the fake outs and the bullet punches from Metagross, as well as Thunderclap from Raging Bolt. So there's a lot of things I got to be careful about. But I decide that I'm going to lead my Chien-Pao and my Dragonite. This is going to allow me to ignore Intimidate in the form of their Lando and their Hitmontop, and it's going to allow me a lot of options into their priority attacks. And then in the back, I'm going to bring my Porygon-Z and my Fluttermane. Fluttermane is a touch scary here, simply because of the fact that they do have Bullet Punch and Grassy Glide. They have so much priority that can hit hard into Fluttermane, but if I can eliminate those threats early, I can just sweep the end game. Raging Bolt and Hitmontop. I think we double the Raging Bolt this turn. I think doubling the Raging Bolt's a really safe play. They likely try to go for either like a close combat into one of my Pokemon, or they go for a fake out. And either way, we're covered for that equation. So I think this Terrestrialization Ice Spinner puts a lot of pressure onto their Raging Bolt, puts a lot of pressure onto them this turn one in general. Hitmontop's actually just going to swap, and I'm okay with that. Preserve their fake out this turn. Makes sense. Our Terrasilization's going to come out here. They're also going to Tera. Tera Water, okay. It still did decent chip. Okay. Grass disappears. They have no Grassy Glide options. Calm Mind's gonna go off. Honestly, I'm not particularly concerned about the Rillaboom now. I'm down to go for just a Sacred Sword and go for... Yeah, I'm down to just go for Sacred Sword and another E-Speed. That should do the trick on that Raging Bolt. E-Speed goes off. Good chip. Sacred Sword goes off. Down goes your Bolt. And Rillaboom likely goes for like a Wood Hammer into something. Maybe a U-turn. There's the U-turn into the Dragonite. We take that very well. What do they bring in? Hitmontop comes back. Not doing a whole lot right now. Another Intimidate goes down. Metagross. Okay. So I think I want to go for a Sucker Punch here and go for an E-Speed into the Hitmontop. Hitmontop's going to swap. Rillaboom comes back. Good damage onto the Rillaboom. Sucker Punch will do still pretty good damage. Psychic Fangs into the Dragonite will take the KO. So we get Porygon back in now. And what we do now is we go for a Protect, and we go for a Protect, and we kind of wait and see. We see what they want to do. This burns their Fake Out turn. Wood Hammer into... Okay. And they go for Psychic Fangs as well. Into the Porygon. Alright. So, I want to go for the Ice Spinner here. And I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball as well. That's good damage. That means that even if they get this off, the recoil is going to be detrimental to their Rillaboom. And that's going to take the KO on the Metagross. Beautiful. Critical hit. That might have mattered if it's Salt-Fested. Might have mattered. We're going to see the Wood Hammer come out. Porygon gonna go down. Big damage off the Rillaboom, but Rillaboom will KO itself with a recoil. Very nice. And that leaves Hitmontop against a Chien-Pao and a Flutter Mane. So I think we're pretty safe. We'll be at -3 on our Chien-Pao now, but at this point it doesn't really matter. So what we do, now that we have Booster Proc, we go for a Sucker Punch in case they're sashed. Click the Sucker Punch. We click the Moonblast. That'll be a GG. Well done. Then in the final battle, we're up against a Trick Room team, and I am immediately led to bring Porygon-Z and Clefairy in the lead. The reason for this is I feel a Hyper Beam can just blow this Cresselia away, allowing me to stop the Trick Room before they get the opportunity to utilize it. And then in the back, I'm bringing Dragonite and Chien-Pao just in case they do get that Trick Room up. I have a lot of options as far as doing big damage with E-Speed. Alright, Porygon, the goal here is to blow up Cresselia. That's the goal. Do I need to Tera? I'm thinking we might have to Tera. Just to avoid a close combat or something. But we're going to go for it. I just want to try and see if this Hyper Beam destroys Cresselia. Adaptability, Life Orb, Helping Hand, Hyper Beam. I really don't know. Yes, it does. Oh my gosh. That did so much damage. Wicked Blow into the Clefairy, oddly enough. Why did they target Clefairy? Okay. That's a way to start this battle. Okay, Porygon. Primarina comes in. That's our next Hyper Beam target. We have to go for Follow Me this turn, because we obviously have a recharge turn. Have to go for the Follow Me. Another Wicked Blow, we'll take that. Hyper Voice. Clefairy does hang on. They're not Assault Vested, which makes me think I can just Hyper Beam this thing and not care. So that's what I'm going to do. Here comes the Tera. Ooh, Tera Steel does complicate things a touch. That does, in fact, complicate things a touch. But they protect. I can work with that. I can work with that. That still did a ton of damage. They probably take a double KO here. Yep. So we get in Dragonite and we get in our Chien-Pao. And we go for E-Speed, right? Anything that can be... No. So we E-Speed into the Urshifu. And we go for Sacred Sword into the Prim. That'll take Urshifu super low. There's the sucker. We outspeed your Prim, though. Prim goes down. Good stuff. And Okidogi is the last Pokemon here. We're just going to protect and go for the E-Speed here. We protect E-Speed. They don't protect their Urshifu, which is perfect because we take the Urshifu. That is a beautiful turn. The Hyper Beam damage was ridiculous. Ice Punch. Oh no. That's not good. I don't think we win now. That just turned on a dime. Yep. So we had to target Okidogi there. That's tough. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't even care because that Hyper Beam damage was so stupid. I just wanted to see that. I just wanted to see if I could one-shot a Cresselia. That was ridiculous.